and welcome to the Rockford Facts. I'm Rockford Ewing, your virtual political host, and I will be bringing you the facts of today's times. And yesterday, we celebrated Martin Luther King's birthday, and I just wanted to give a special shout out to that special man. Even though he's not with us, we still can and must try to keep hope alive. In saying that, now let's get to today's five facts. I'm gonna be stuttering a little bit, that's what I do. But today's five rock hard facts. Let's get started. All right. On fact number one, Fox News Network, Sean Hannity. Now I'm gonna give you a few facts on Sean right quick. Sean Hannity is a conservative political commentator now and host of a nationally syndicated radio show, as well as two television shows on the Fox News Network. Okay, now in 2013, this man was cited in an interview saying he's a registered conservative and not a Republican. Remember that, y'all. Remember that. He's not a Republican. Though people often mistake me for one, he said. Hannity is also authored 3 books and stuff. But the other real known facts about Hannity advises Trump to carry on the shutdown through this so-called State of the Union that's not going to happen. This man says he thinks it should be continued to at least the end of January. In his opening monologue one morning, this Fox News host railed against the hate Trump House of Representatives and a radical new Congress for not obeying. Y'all, obeying. I ain't heard that since old people got married. Obeying President Trump's demands for a border wall funding. Now, the fight to have the measures included in a spending bill has lawmakers so divided that their work came to a screeching halt last month. However, Hannity doesn't think it's time for Washington to get back to work just yet. So y'all remember that. This is a registered conservative, not a Republican. Got his finger in the White House's ear. So, check that fact. Okay, fact number 2. We back at this wall still. Alright. President Donald Trump on Saturday proposed a broad immigration deal to end the government shutdown. Though the Democratic leaders quickly declared his overture straight up dead on arrival, in an address from the White House, here he is with his addresses in the White House, the president proposed a bill providing temporary protections for some undocumented immigrants, along with other measures in exchange for $5.7 billion. Come on now. Even the Clampets ain't getting that kind of all up out their real estate. Now, this is for the funding for a border wall, right? Now, the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, said the bill will come up for a vote in the coming weeks. Now testing Democratic unity on exchanging border security funding for protections for young immigrants and refugees, they not really feeling that. I don't know too many people who are going to say, we're going to give you a wall and you give us our young brown people back. That don't make sense. And the fact remains is that wall is not going to stop anything from coming in his country, because we all know you got airports and you got water and boats, and that's what stuff is coming in this country on. And as far as people coming in this country illegal, most of the people that are here illegal flew here. They got visas that they're overstaying and stuff like that, but ain't no whole bunch of people flooding into this country from the Texas southern borders. This is just not happening, and that's a fact. Okay, y'all gonna have to bear with me on fact number 3, because I don't want to get too judgmental when I start talking about these people, but I'm gonna just fact base what they said. Now these are not facts, but the fact that they said this is just needs to be on the list. So, you know, this weekend, some immigration hardliners on Saturday afternoon blasted President Trump proposal for the government shutdown. They attacking his offer of temporary protections for undocumented immigrants in exchange for border wall funding. Even they had a problem with it, but it's not like the normal people would have problems with it. Like, Representative Steve King, this guy tweeted, "A big, beautiful concrete border wall will be a monument to the rule of law, the sovereignty of the USA, and at real Donald Trump. If DACA amnesty is traded for 5.7 billion, which he says something like 1/5 of a wall, wouldn't be enough illegals left in America to trade for the remaining 4/5. No amnesty for a wall." That's what Steve King said. And then you had Ann Coulter. I'm just gonna say her name like that. Ann Coulter. She tweeted 100 miles of border wall in exchange for amnesty, millions of illegals. So if we grant citizenships to 1 billion foreigners, she said, maybe we can finally get a full border wall. Conservative media, come on, they are losing their minds. I mean, Rush Limbaugh, this guy, these people, Ann Coulter, Sean Hannity, Rush Limbaugh, these are the people that's running this country, y'all. This is who's talking to the president, and this is who he's listening to. I mean, the conservative media commentators has repeatedly antagonized the president for failing to erect a barrier along the U.S.-Mexico border during his 2 years in office. These people are at this man still today about a wall. Now, Trump proposes amnesty. We voted for Trump and got jabbed, she said, referring to Trump's 2016 GOP primary rival, former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, who has previously criticized President Trump over and over about his immigration rhetoric. Now, come on, we got to Jeb to the rescue. The fact is, these people have no business in the White House, and nonetheless, the president's ear. Now, that's a fact. All right, y'all. Fact number 4. This one here, we're still on the wall. Now, this is another one. Just the fact that he said this is it's unbelievable, but it's believable because he says some stuff. Anyway, Donald Trump says, as they say, he said, when I say Mexico is going to pay for the wall, that's what I said. He said. He says Mexico is going to pay for the wall. But he said, I didn't say they were going to write me a check for $20 billion or $10 billion. Okay, now, if Mexico is going to pay for the wall, and you say, Mr. President, that they're not going to write you a check for $20 billion or $10 billion for that matter, how are they going to pay for the wall? I know they're not going to pay for it in pesos because I know you're not going to take that. And, how else does one pay for anything if it's not with some kind of cash? And you can scrap that, they're going to pay it with all these new fun stuff you've come up with Canada and Mexico. That's not going to work. I mean, Donald Trump, Mr. President, Mr. 45, the art of the deal maker. You got people going hungry, man. You got people standing in lines for food. People don't know where their next come up is coming from. And you're dealing with a lot of people that have worked hard their whole lives to come to a point just because you want a wall. Is it worth our sovereignty? Is it worth these people's kids going hungry? They are going hungry. Now you got your 800,000 that you furloughed, put out of work. Now you finna have millions of people possibly go hungry within the next 3 months. You got people getting put out their homes. And then you want these people to be the art of the deal maker with their landlords and utility. We can't. You may not understand this, but you just can't call up a bill collector and say, you know that $5,000 credit card bill I owe you? Let's make a deal. You can't do that with creditors. You might be able to, but from what I've heard, you don't really pay your bills anyway. So you expect for America to start being like you and shifting and staffing creditors and bill collectors? No, people want to do it the right way. Now, the only thing that your wall is doing, and this is a fact, your wall is getting in the way of something, Mr. President. It's getting in the way of pure, average American citizens living their everyday lives. That is what your wall is stopping, and that's the only thing your wall is stopping. And that's a fact. Fact number 5. Y'all know I always say, if you don't know, you're gonna learn. Fact number 5 is always about somebody that we really don't pay attention to, but we need to pay attention to. Last time was Mike Pence. The boogeyman. I actually think this guy's a little bit scarier than Mike Pence, but in a different way. Anyway, fact number 5 is former Mayor Rudy Giuliani. This guy, y'all, oh man, this guy is a piece of work. And the sad thing about it is, he's Mr. 9/11, the mayor that came out and just, terrorism and this and, for the righteous and the right of the American people. This guy, Rudy Giuliani, on Monday walked back statements he made this weekend concerning potential conversations between then candidate Donald Trump and Michael Cohen about plans to construct a Trump Tower in Moscow ahead of the 2016 presidential election. Now, that in itself is facts right there. That's a mouthful of stuff, though, right? Giuliani, this guy's supposed to be a lawyer. He's supposed to know what he's talking about. He done had 3 baby mamas too, so I heard. But anyway, that might not be a fact. But, Giuliani, he's the former mayor of New York and he's a current attorney for the president. He said during an interview Sunday on NBC that the discussion between Trump and his ex-fixer regarding the project may have lasted up until Election Day. It's our understanding, he said, that they went on throughout 2016. Giuliani said, adding that there weren't a lot of them, but there were conversations. Just wasn't a whole lot that he know of, he said. And he can't be sure of the exact dates, but the president can remember having conversations with him about it. Now, Giuliani sought to retract those remarks in a statement to reporters on Monday. He says, my recent statements about discussions during the 2016 campaign between Michael Cohen and then candidate Donald Trump, sound like I just said that, about a potential Trump Moscow project were hypothetical. A lawyer, he's the lawyer. He said this was hypothetical and not based on conversations I had with the president, Giuliani said, or as we said, he said. He says, my comments did not represent the actual timing or circumstances of such discussions. The point is that the proposal was in the earliest stage, or stages if it's going throughout the year, and did not advance beyond a free, non-binding letter of intent. Now, if y'all have ever dealt with a lawyer, this boogeyman is what I call him now, thinks that he can keep saying stuff on TV, and then when it comes out that, oh, the president actually lied or it's not the case, he think he can simply come back, or I go stuttering again, because he think he can simply come back and say it was hypothetical. Now, Laura and all these people on CNN and MSNBC, even Fox News, hypothetical? I mean, this man was the mayor of New York during the 9/11 bombing. And he's been resorted to just a blowhard or some kind of trumpet or puppet or a Trump puppet of some sort. Kind of remind me of Hillary Clinton. She said a lot of things that have come to be true, and they still hate on her. But fact number 5, Rudy Giuliani and all his fiascos since he's been with Trump, he's going to go down in the books as a sad fact. And I hope y'all understood where today's 5 facts came from. They weren't really factual, like you can go to factcheckers.com, but these are the fact that these people are doing this, the fact that these people are saying these things, the fact that we have a president that doesn't care about average, everyday American citizens. That's a hard one to swallow. And while he was so busy dodging this and grabbing that and talking about S-hole countries, the fact is, with all the people on the list from 1 through 5, these people are making our country a sad fact. And I hope to catch y'all again. Y'all be good as always. My classic wink wink. And I'll holler at y'all on the next round. Talk to you soon. Take care.